What's new, crew? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Cassandra, and today we're down in my basement, down in my storage area. We're making a list for winter preparation. Snow's gonna start flying soon, and I have a sneaking suspicion that it's probably gonna be a rough winter, and I wanna look at everything down here and basically just start making a list of things that I'm going to start stocking up on, adding to my grocery lists and my grocery orders slowly but surely over the next couple of weeks, just to get prepared and make sure I have one of everything that we go through pretty often down here. That way, if a snowstorm hits, I don't have to leave my house, or if my grocery shopping gets delayed a couple of days because of a big snowstorm, I will be good to go, and I'm not going to have to making extra random trips to the store when I don't have to, because I really try not to drive in the snow as much as possible. So we're going to go through this together, and basically I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be stocking up on before winter. So I'm basically doing two things today. I'm going to be making a winter stock up list of things that I'm going to slowly be getting over time, and then basically a Sam's Club list. I'm going to do another Sam's Club run here probably in the next 3 weeks or so. So we're going to start making a list for that as well. So I got my paper and my pen. Let's start making some lists. So here's a sneak peek at some of the canning projects we've been doing together through preservation season here. I had to pull everything down off the shelves because they were starting to bow really bad, and they were going to collapse. So my husband had me pull everything down, and he's going to build me some new shelves. He has the material for it. It's just about finding the time right now. So he's busy with a lot of other projects. I don't know how long this is going to take, but you know, once those shelves are built, we're going to do that organizing video. We're gonna do that together. So here's kind of what the food situation is looking like. At the beginning of every winter, I like to grab a whole flat of these cream of chicken and cream of mushroom soups for casseroles and different crock pot meals throughout the winter. I'm seeing I don't have a lot of those, so I'm gonna grab a whole flat, so we're gonna add that to the list. And I'm also going to grab some more bean and bacon soup. This is a convenience meal my husband really likes to have on the shelf throughout the winter. I can heat this up and throw it in a thermos for him, and he can have something hot to eat while he's at work, because my husband works outside most of the time. So I'm going to add those to the list. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm not sure exactly how I want to format this. Okay, I think I'm going to have a Sam's Club side and then just a regular stock up pile side, and things that I'll kind of get slowly. So we're going to add our cream ofs. We're going to add our bean and bacon soup. And then I am going to add on here basically some flu things that we like to have in the house, because we ran through those and it's time to restock those, unfortunately. So we always like to keep Pedialyte for ourselves and for our kids. We have what we call throw up soup. It sounds really nasty, but it's just Mrs. Grass soup. That's what we like to have, and we pretty much only eat that when we're sick. So as long as we have some soup and some Pedialyte, and then I'm gonna make sure that we have some crackers down here as well. We eat crackers all the time, so it's really easy for us to fly through them. So I want to make sure that I have at least a box or two down here that are dedicated for if anyone gets sick. We have them down here because that's pretty much what we like to eat. On my Sam's Club side, I know that we wanted to, well, first off, I know I need more olive oil. I went through all of my olive oil. I have a couple backup bottles down here, so I should be okay, but I go through so much olive oil because I make a lot of our own breads, all of our own pizza crusts, so we go through that pretty quick. I also realized I need more salt down here. We go through that pretty quickly as well. So I'm also going to add that to my list. Just kind of looking through here. I like to keep my storage shelf decently stocked with basic items. How we eat around here is we eat really basic. I mean, we use a lot of the same ingredients for a ton of different recipes. So that helps me save money and be able to afford to have a pile of food and household products like this, because we don't need a lot of variety. We just need a lot of some really basic things. And of course, all the canning jars that we do as well. So normally this shelf is full of all my canned goods, but I actually filled this shelf too full and I need more space. So we're gonna get more over here. I have more jars over here, and this used to be where all of my household products were. So let's go ahead and sit down and try to figure out some household products that I know I'm going to be needing and wanting to have down here, so I don't have to run to the store all the time. So I basically want to make sure I have one of every household cleaner and random product that I think I'm going to need. That includes soaps and hygiene products and things like that. So we're going to add toilet paper to the list. I know I need trash bags. I want to get those down here. What I already have down here is 2 things of Pine Sol, a big thing of Shout, a refill spray that I got from Sam's Club recently. Already also have some dishwasher detergent tabs and Ziploc bags. I go through those really fast during preservation season, but we're pretty much done with that, so I won't be going through those as fast, so that shouldn't be an issue. So now I'm just going to kind of think what other household cleaners and things that I need that I know I'm going to be going through, and then I'll move on to the next category, which is basically hygiene. So we already have toilet paper and trash bags. I'm also going to think probably Windex, that's the other cleaner that I use, and then some sort of toilet bowl cleaner. I always buy my cleaning products in bulk anyways, so I like to keep just my refill bottle upstairs and then my bulk products down here so that I always have something on rotation. And then it also makes it really easy when I have a day like today where I just really want to... How I do my household products is I always buy them in bulk. I like to buy them with the refills just like this. I got this from Sam's Club. I started getting a lot of my household products there, but I always buy them like this. That way I can have my little spray bottle upstairs and then my bulk product down here. That way I always have a really good rotation of things, and then that way when I have a day like today where I want to come down here and see what I have, take a little bit of an inventory, it's really simple because I have everything in one place and it makes it really easy to see what I have and what I need. So it just keeps things really simple. My freezers are really full right now. I do plan on doing a freezer tour and a pantry kind of canning tour once I get everything organized and put back up. I have a couple more canning projects I want to finish off, but other than that, we're done for the season. Feeling really great, and I'm really happy where things are, and I'm really excited to show them with you guys. It's basically me just taking inventory of all of our extra and making sure that I have things that I'm really going to want. So for my Sam's Club side, I know that we're going to need more rice. We're always going to need more brown sugar. We do a lot of smoked products, like a lot of smoked fish. My husband's an avid outdoorsman, and we do a lot of smoked salmon and a lot of smoked trout. So we go through a lot of brown sugar because we use that in our brines. Also, I know it's kind of far out, but I'm already thinking about Christmas and Christmas baking because I'm probably not going to be making another Sam's Club run for a couple of months. There is a pretty good possibility that I'll do one fairly shortly, and then I will probably hit up Sam's Club for Christmas shopping and do a little bit of a bulk stock up then. So I will definitely be able to split this list in between 2 separate shopping times, 2 different shopping budgets, just to help keep this cost efficient, and then I can still have my stock up products. I'll just prioritize what I really need right now versus what I can wait on, and then I'll pick that stuff up closer to December. But I'm just kind of thinking about all that stuff. I need more flour. We always need more flour and more sugar. I like to get just the basics: flour, sugar, rice. I'll probably get some bulk oats. I don't always do that, but come the holidays, I will get bulk oats because we are doing so much baking and so many cookies and so many little treats that call for oats. I'll go through one of those little tubs of like quick cook oats in 2 days. So very excited for Christmas cookies. We always are. We do huge Christmas cookie days. The kids love it. We look forward to it a lot. Gingerbreads, all that good stuff. So I want to make sure I have all of that stuff on my list as well. And then I'll just take this list and stick it to my bulletin board upstairs, and whenever I'm going to Sam's Club or doing a grocery online order for my regular once a month grocery shopping, I'll just pick a couple of these items off of the list that I can afford in my budget for that month, and I'll add it to the list and put it up on the shelf so that we have it for later. And that's a huge way I just kind of sneak these little things in my grocery budget without kind of blowing my budget. And then when I go to Sam's Club, that'll be a completely different budget. I'll we put money aside in our savings kind of monthly or weekly as we go. That way, when we know we have enough for our Sam's Club, we'll go, and once we saved up our desired amount of money, we'll hit Sam's Club and then spend whatever we had saved for that Sam's Club. So it's a completely different portion of our budget and how we do things that way. Just kind of looking at my shelves here and looking at my list. So we have cream ofs, bean and bacons, Pedialyte, Mrs. Grass crackers. I know my daughter had asked if I could get some raviolis, or basically like SpaghettiOs. She likes to have a couple of those on the shelf throughout the winter. We're also heading into that time of year where my kids are gonna have lots of time off. For our school does fall break, and they take the kids out of school basically for the whole week of hunting season, just because so many kids are filling out vacation forms, so they just give the kids those couple of days off. Then my kids will also have off for Thanksgiving and then of course Christmas break. So having a couple of these easy things on the shelf, if I'm making quesadillas for lunch that day and someone doesn't want quesadillas, they'd rather have a jar of SpaghettiOs, that's completely fine with me. I'm fine with everything in moderation, so that's fine. I also like to get little jars of beef stew to keep on the shelf throughout the winter, just for a really easy meal. It's just nice to have some of those convenient meals on the shelf. I do not put convenience meals in my meal plan. That way they can sit on the shelf, and when I really want them and really need them, maybe I'm coming down with a bug or something, or my husband's gone for whatever reason and I just want to have something easy and mindless, some beef stew and some rice in the Instant Pot, maybe a little bit of cornbread is always a really easy meal. My kids love it, so I'm going to add that to the list as well. Actually looks pretty good, and this list isn't as long as I thought it was going to be. Okay, now I'm going to go into my personal care products. We do have a whole box of toothpaste up there on my shelf, so we are set on toothpaste. I'm not gonna have to buy toothpaste probably for 2 years because that's how much toothpaste we have right now. Our personal care items are up in my master bedroom in that closet, and my baby's sleeping in there right now, so we're not gonna go up there. But I know that I just stocked up last month on a ton of shampoo and conditioner for myself and my oldest daughter because it was on sale. So I bought a couple of those, so I'm good. We have bulk barred soap, which me, my husband, and my oldest daughter use. We really like that. So that basically means all I need is soap for my little kids, my baby soap, and razors. That's the only thing that I'm going to want to get some extras of. We keep our personal care items pretty simple as well. If you haven't figured out, that's kind of the name of the game here. Keep it simple, keep our products to a minimum, and then that keeps our cost to a minimum as well. I also wanted to look through my medicine section, which my husband actually already did for me and basically already told me what we need, which is basically our big kid cold and flu and baby Tylenol, or like an ibuprofen of sort. And then we also needed some big kid ibuprofen. That way we're completely stocked up on any cold and flu items. For medicine wise, we are going to stock up on basically our flu basket, which is kind of what we refer to, which is our soups, our crackers, and some Pedialyte. And then we got some of our convenience meals, or things that we're going to buy in bulk, like our cream ofs, our bean and bacon soup, and some beef stew, some raviolis, basically some canned goods. Oh, I always forget this. I need canned green beans. I like to buy those at the beginning of the season. I'll just buy a flat of green beans from Aldi because I use canned green beans and green bean casserole, which I make a ton this time of year. Basically starts now, and then we eat it through Easter, and then we don't eat it from Easter until basically Thanksgiving. But I never remember to buy canned green beans because I always buy frozen. But you gotta buy the canned green beans for the green bean casserole. It's just better that way. So I'm gonna add some green beans to my list. I'll buy a flat, keep them down here, and then we'll have them as we need them. Very simple. Heading on to our Sam's Club list, we have oil, salt, which I definitely need to remember. I'm gonna star that because we just used the last of our salt when I made Play-Doh for the kids the other day. So I'm gonna make sure I get that right away. Toilet paper, trash bags, Windex, toilet bowl cleaner, rice, brown sugar, flour, sugar, oats, and then our soap, our razors, and some of our medicines that we just talked about. So that was really simple. This took me probably 20 minutes to come down here and just look at my food items, my household stock items. It is trashed down here. Everything is everywhere because you can probably see glimpses of the construction project that we have going on. So we just kind of pushed everything over here, and then we will organize this together once that project is done and my husband can move on to building me my shelves. But for right now, this is what it is. It's okay. I know where everything is. So that's okay with me. It's just, if I showed you, it just looks like piles of stuff, because that's essentially what it is. But we're very good with that. I'm happy with where we're at. Like I said, I'm going to take my list here of stock up items, and we are going to put this on the bulletin board and slowly but surely purchase some of these items here. Pretty simple, pretty easy, but that's how I go ahead and make a list for my stock up heading into winter. And I'm already forgetting things. I wanted to stock up on an extra box of diapers and wipes for the baby, and I also wanted to do dog food and cat food. If we have extras, they should have extra. For our chicken feed, I buy a whole month of feed at a time, and I keep that out in the chicken coop, so it's not that big of a deal because we buy it a month at a time anyways. Lots of feed bags sit in there, so we'll be good to go with that. But the dog and the cat need an extra bag of stuff just in case. I've got the room, so I want to go ahead and store it, so I'm going to put that on my list as well. And I'm sure as this sits on the shelf upstairs, my husband will think of things and he'll add it to the list. I'll think of things and add it to the list, so things will be crossed off as I order them. I'm getting ready to do my once a month grocery shopping here in a couple of days anyways. I'm going to make my meal plan and start getting that ordered. So I know right away I'm going to do salt, and then depending on where my grocery budget is, I'll come here and pick maybe some lower cost items that I can get to put on this shelf. I'll also probably prioritize our cold and flu, and then our medicines, because that's kind of most important. I'll get those ordered and done right away, and then slowly over time we'll start ordering other things, crossing them off the list as we order them, and of course adding to the ever needing list. But that's how I go ahead and make my winter stock up list. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are. I hope this helped you make your winter stock up list, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.